I'm telling you, this music is just too good. Alright, enough of that. Because again, I don't want to get copyright strike, I don't want to get DCMA'd or anything like that, so you can hear it in the background. Obviously, if it becomes like one of those things that like Square Enix like tries to say like, hey, we'll let you keep it, but like we'll take the money, I understand completely, because goddamn, I love listening to this soundtrack. And then like just opposed with like the violent action going on, also just like it just works so well. It's saying something, and maybe I'm too stupid to understand it, but you know, we'll see as the game continues on. Alright, I'm gonna check the mail over here now that we come over here. I've already unlocked this this access terminal because I was reloading those enemies over here. So we'll check our inbox. Commander, lost equipment. Sender, Commander, there was something I forgot to mention prior to your sortie. According to our analysis team, the equipment that was lost when breaking into the abandoned factory is still there. I've marked the estimate location, so be sure to pick it up the next time you visit the area. That is all. The Commander. I think we already did that, technically. I think we already collected that stuff, so we don't need to worry about that. It's just telling you, hey, your stuff from the beginning of the game, it's over there. Why don't you go collect it? I've already done it. Maybe I should have waited for the Commander to tell me, but meh. No point. So welcome to the new area, the desert.
The Council of Humanity has a message for all of our brave androids fighting on the surface. Currently, our struggle against the machine life forms is at a stalemate. This battle has raged for far too long. I am sure all of you find the effort grueling. But now is not the time to give up. Now, more than ever, we must forge on. Remember that several 100,000 humans on the moon want nothing more than to return to Earth. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Those council broadcasts are always so stiff.
Alright, so I just got my first chip. Ooh, I got mail as well. Oh, I know what it is. It's not worth it. Pretty much after every time the Commander makes, or the Council of Humanity makes one of those broadcasts, they'll send you a mail that essentially says the same thing. It's just kind of useless. Unless I'm mistaken and we got something else that triggered at this point in the game. But we'll see. Anyways, I got another auto-use item. That's for if my health goes down, it'll auto-use one of my health things. Later in the game, well, I guess now if we wanted to, but one of the shop merchants, the one we get the storage upgrades from, has an option to fuse. So you can increase the rarity and the potentness of some of your chips if you find ones that are of similar ilk, which is kind of cool. So I always recommend not destroying or selling chips if you have one of the same ones, because you'll be able to do some really cool stuff with it. I'm hearing some more clanking clacks. That's some more robots. That's some more robots. Let's grab this real quick. Avoid that. Just trying to jump in and get all the damage, and I'm not going to do it. Of course, the greatest enemy of any action game is the camera, and this game is no different. It tries to do its best. I think there are even some menu options that are like, do you want to move the camera back a little bit more, or closer, or whatever. I've never really messed around with it, but I believe those options are there if you want them. I'm always afraid of like messing things up, so I just never do it. Resistance member.
Hey, our leader told me all about you. Name's Jackass. Nice to meet you.
Respect.
I hear you're planning to take out all the machines in the desert. Guess that means we need to get that entrance open.
Looks like it. So, Jackass, was it? What are you doing all the way out here?
Oh, that? Well... wouldn't want to have anyone getting tangled up in that, now would we? Don't go trying to be a hero, alright?
Never. I would never do that. Definitely don't have a hero complex. No, 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 no. The machine surge. Words tongue-tied. I got that cold tongue.
Opens a sealed gate with explosives. There's gotta be an easier way.
Nah, that's the
right?
American way. I often don't really care for the big old explosion-ridden America mindset. Guns and explosions, brr, brr, brr. I don't get it. I never really got it myself. But hey, to each their own, right? As long as they're not hurting others. I guess I should have waited for those guys to show up on screen a little bit more. There's some special things about the different machines we'll find in the game. This desert will have a few, so I'll kind of point it out. You notice the machines that we had regular before were just like regular machines. No like flare or nothing really outstanding about them. Desert Zone. Alright, obviously you can see some items already here in the desert. There is something that I would like,
Sure is slippery.
but I don't know if it's always here or if it's a specialty case. I kind of stumbled upon it one of the first times that I played this game, so you're going to have to bear with me for a second. I think I already see it. No, that might not be it, but it might be something. In the sand over there, you can kind of see something sticking out. That's not just like a graphical glitch or nothing. That's actually a thing in the sand, and it looks like it is the thing I want. So we found a little pod, just buried in the sand.
Is this a pod?
Hypothesis. The owner discarded this pod and left it in safe mode. Motives unknown.
Why was it abandoned? Pod, reactivate it for me. If it's usable, try to overwrite the original owner with my ID.
Okay,
Activation complete. Access granted. Previous owner ID successfully overwritten. Special weaponry now available.
okay, so we just got a new pod. We can go over here, and instead of... So, this is our regular pod. He shoots little pellets. This one... Wait, hold on. If he starts, he shoots missiles. He's more of a long-range guy. He's a lot better if you're locked onto targets and start using him like that. I don't like using him when we have melee dudes because it doesn't work. It just doesn't work up close. They won't shoot out and then just immediately go down. They go up and then out, so they need to be like almost, I would say, more at an angle. But if anyone's up, well, I guess I can just show you. I don't need to keep on talking about it. So if we come up over here, if I start aiming at this guy, it will work. You can hit all these dudes. It's great. But if you get up real close to them, like, well, probably like with these guys, it doesn't work as well. You can see it's like kind of jumping over him. So this pod's better for up close and personal. And you can kind of see, so these guys, they're wearing capes, and some of them have masks on, which is a little weird for these bots. Oh, this dude is doing hula hoops with his buzzsaw. Makes it hard to get close to him. Took more damage than I needed to there, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so there's a few more pockets around here. We need to go over to this red dot, though. That's a access point, and some dudes are trying to attack it. Trying being the key word. They're not doing a great job at it, though.
Hypothesis. Jamming caused by enemies in local vicinity.
Yeah, I know. Why does he keep on targeting that one? It's so useless. Anyways, let's activate it. This will become more useful later in the game. This is not just a quick save and inbox area. This will be a little bit more important as we go through. So you definitely want to activate each one that you find as you play the game. If there's any piece of advice that I can give you, it's that. Alright, so a few more dudes that we need to keep on fighting over here. We're starting to mix the variety of enemies that we have in here. Shooty guys with orbs, dudes who are up close a little bit. Those dudes who stay a little bit far away, the flying ones, might be a little bit easier to use that other pod for. Like I can start doing this and target and get a bunch of damage on them. I don't know how strong it is per se right now. It's kind of weak in a way. Oof.
What's with the weird-looking outfits?
I've seen that sort of thing when I was going through some old data. It looks like what humans used to wear long ago. Certain human collectives used to use face paint like that too.
Again, pay attention to everything, guys. Otherwise, you'll kind of get lost when the revelations and things start happening. I know that's a bit of a spoiler in itself, but I do think it's relatively important. Anyways, I just want to check the map to see like kind of where we should be going. All right, looks like we have multiple spots that we can hit over here. I kind of sidestepped this one. I probably should have come out here, hit this one. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, we can hit one, boom, and then boom. So, let's go and do it like that. I hope. I might have to eat my own words here and travel across the desert to get that, that other one. Okay, there we go. What the hell? What the hell? Screaming bots! Screaming explodey boys! Kamikaze bots! God, I love those little guys. They're so cute. They just have little legs and barrels on top and just scream at you. It's funny to me. I don't know why. Screaming robots just makes me giggle. Alright, let's continue on. The desert here, it's fun because you can slide around, but it can also be relatively annoying when you're just trying to like precisely go somewhere and she just starts sliding. But it is what it is. Not really a complaint, as more as just like, okay, that's a thing, huh? Alright, so we can hit multiple targets here with this, especially these guys up top. Instead of hitting one at a time, we can kind of get a bunch of them, which kind of makes things a lot easier, but they are kind of weak, so
It's fine.
the missiles, I mean.
Their speech doesn't mean anything. They're just emitting words at random. If they wanted help, why would they be attacking us?
Yeah.
The question of the hour, right? Alright, I'm gonna switch over here for some of these. It does a little bit more high single target burst damage. I'm trying to focus on these dudes up here, but I don't think I can. So we'll just get the ones down here. Oop, someone just tried to attack me. Sometimes the lock-on is not helpful. Like, I don't know why I was attacking this one over here instead of the ones that I was right next to, kind of facing. But it is what it is. Okay, that one's down. Obviously, there are more enemies over there, dictated by the black dots, but I'm not going to go for them. Again, enemies will always respawn, and you can spend all your life just killing everything, collecting all the items, but it won't be worth it. They'll just respawn before you know it. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not going to go for that center one. I remember this now. I do need to go for this one over here. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a second. Hold up. I did forget. I thought it happened later in the game, but I guess I was always dilly-dallying, and it's happening before I thought it did. Cryptic messages. Cryptic messages with Lamoura. Ah, dude, my nose is so itchy today. Like, my allergies has been kind of acting up here. Sometimes when it gets closer to the winter and the temperature changes, the inside of my nose starts tickling a lot more. So I'm like always, I feel bad because like I'm touching it, but no, it's just if I don't do it, then I'm probably gonna sneeze because the tickling gets to be too much.
Yeah, I heard from the Resistance that they've been seeing this a lot lately. Couldn't tell you why, though.
Dodge that, or kill them. Either way, as long as they're out of my face, that's all I care about. Just want to collect all these things that I can. Grab this one real quick before we head on in a little bit further. So now we have the one final triangle, or diamond, I guess is the proper shape, to go investigate. And this sun is super bright in this area. It truly is. Alright, let's see if we can avoid those guys. I don't really want them to come attack us, because we don't really need to fight them. It's kind of useless. Even though they give XP, we'll get plenty of XP throughout the game. And we are playing on normal. This game isn't what I would call very difficult, at least on this area. I don't think it's meant to be difficult. It's got a story to tell, and that's the important thing.
It's heading for that rocky area.
Individual target ID marked.
So that's the first one that's ever run away from us. Even though they say scared, help, run, you know, things like, or don't attack. That's the first one that's ever actively run away from us. Desert housing.
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area. Large numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to by names such as apartment complex.
It's weird to me that these androids don't seem to know.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Know a lot about the humans that they were created to protect. But maybe that's by design, you know? One of my favorite songs. I'm gonna say that about almost every song. Almost every song on the soundtrack is perfect. Oops. I'm behind it. Alright, so we got some mail. So after the first piece of mail that we got this one from the Council of Humanity, the scheduled correspondence. So when that broadcast played, this mail came soon after. It's essentially the same thing that was being broadcasted. Anyways, 6-0 is sending us something. Jupiter's Fortune. 2B, have you heard of Jupiter's fortune telling? It's all the girls over in R&D have been talking about lately. They say you can examine the color and shape of Jupiter's great red spot to learn about what kind of luck you'll have with wealth, work, and love. Sounds amazing, right? I'll try it and let you know what I find out. Operator 6-0. 6-0 being operator, the O. Makes sense, right? Alright, let's head further in. See if we can find that rogue robot. Oh, he's sending his buddies. Oh, these guys are level 10. We're starting to get dudes who are a little bit stronger than us. But we got an evade range up, so we want to equip that since we have more plug-in chip slots. Let's go into this. Again, automatic, just because I don't have that many that will fill up the whole thing. Actually, sorry, I want to go with that. Let's go with balanced for now. So as you can see, I can't even fill up the whole thing just yet. We will eventually, but as of right now, it doesn't really matter. We'll fine-tune it when we need to.
Target confirmed.
Let's get him. There's no escape. That's weird, these guys talking like regular humans, making small talk. I don't like it. Makes me uncomfortable. Shockwave retains. Alright, there's another one. Gotta equip those as we get them. This might be the first time that we need to start prioritizing different things. Actually, it looks like we're just perfect. So Shockwave has now been equipped. So now we have, with each attack, a Shockwave that shoots out, which can attack multiple enemies. I'm actually going to go up here. I think there's a chest up here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and an item. Large recovery. And titanium alloys, 3 of them. I think those are going to be upgrade materials. Alright, let's go see if we can find that one rogue bot. Gotta be around here somewhere. Oh, dude, the tripping. It's like, it's a nice animation flourish, but man, it's annoying sometimes. Oof. I just got rudely attacked right there. Gotta be careful. There's a lot of like visual effects that happen in this game. And you kind of have to pay attention to a lot that's happening. And sometimes it can be a lot. Sometimes it can be a lot. But you can try your best and hope for the best. And sometimes Jupiter's fortune is on your side. More dudes. Big boy. Oh, that's a big boy. Alright, let's focus on these small dudes first before we focus on big boy over there. Did small dude die? Oh, nope. We just missed. What? Oh, shit. Oh, he's sending out his bubble beams. Oh, he's doing a bubble blast. Not a huge fan of that. Hopefully he stops that soon. There it is. Alright. Let's go in. Get some attacks in on him. He's coming in for attack. There it is. Alright, we can also attack his arms here in order to do extra damage to him. instead of just attacking a score, but it doesn't really matter either way. You can just keep on attacking, I'll be fine. I can't see him in that area, so that's always dangerous. Ooh, finisher, let's try it. I've never done a finisher on the big boy. Cool. You love to see it. Alright, anyone else drop items? There it is, dented plate. Again, a lot of these things are just upgrade materials. You can get them all over the world. I think you can even buy them eventually, but I just like to collect them, if I can. What a cutie. He went the wrong way, turned himself around.
I wonder what makes them choose these words.
I was kind of hoping we'd like slide down there, but no such luck. We had to run thick dictionary.
These are android bodies.
Hypothesis. They were killed by local machine life forms.
What are they doing here?
Unknown.
It's like they were gathered here.
Alright, let's collect that. I don't think that's a real person's body. We got an offensive heal attained from that. Not quite sure what that one does. Looks like there's another body we can collect over here. We got max HP up +1. So now we kind of have to start thinking about what we would like, what we would not like. I'm going to still stick with the automatic and the balanced for now. We could go attack focus or defense focus, as you can see here. This will increase our health up to 1,734 instead of the 16, or I'm sorry, if we go for the other ones, it'd be at 1,596. But we do, for defense, lose our attack boost, the 24 attack boost that we would get. So you kind of have to choose, and then obviously there's different things that we would get. I think this gray one would be the 8 HP up +1 that we got, but I'm going to stick over here with the attack and the balance focus, because that's just going to be our better thing. One of these days I'll just do a custom one. I probably won't even show it here on the Let's Play. I'll just keep on equipping things that I enjoy and go from there. I may not even do that, to be honest.
There it goes!
They don't give up. Run. Run. Must run.
Why is he so afraid for his life? The music has stopped. Become a little bit ominous now.
Multiple machines detected ahead. But what's with these android bodies?
Stay focused.
I have no idea what's going on. Okay, I can't collect that one. So they're just there. Things are happening. There's a whole pit of these guys.
Child. Child. Child.
What is this?
Don't listen to them, 2B.
Together forever.
Alright.
Together forever.
First time I played through this, I didn't quite understand,
They don't
but
have
these
any
guys are
feelings.
simulating
They're just imitating human speech.
sexy
Let's take
time.
them out.
So you can see here, they're emulating things that they've seen humans do when they first arrived. But you have to remember, these machines were brought here by the aliens.
I'll get you for this.
Alright, and now, unfortunately, they're all focusing on attacking us, which is why, again, I wanted to put on the shockwave so that we could start doing more damage to groups of enemies instead of just one or two. Alright, the one with the red diamond is our focus, but it can be kind of hard to focus on him if you have a bunch of other dudes around. So let's take care of this last dude and call it good. Chips. I need the chips. Hold on. It's extra dudes. I don't care about the regular items per se, but the extra chips are actually important. This might be a beneficial time to use the... Oops. This can not continue. Use the secondary pod that we have to attack multiples, but I don't really care either. We're just getting a bunch of dudes, just a whole bunch of them now. We gotta survive. We just gotta survive. That's a lot of dudes.
What's happening?
An android?
No, this is a machine.
Now this is my favorite song happening right here. But whatever this is, this abomination, it needs to die.
Droids, why?
Now pay attention to this creature's level underneath his health bar right now. It keeps on going up. He started at level 1.
Sword. Dodge. Projectile. Deflect.
I think he's evolving. We better finish this quick.
Keeps on evolving. Not good. He's learning slowly but surely. Becoming more used to our battle focus. Try our best to dodge these so we don't get hit. See if we can give him a few shots over here. It's unfortunately a little hard to attack him like that when you're not locked on, especially if you're trying to move around. You just got to do the best you can. He'll eventually come back down. Eventually. Come on, boy. There he is. Ooh, he's got tricks now. Gotta pay attention, make sure I can dodge that. Unfortunately, so many effects happening at once, it's really hard to see. But you can try your best here. Gotta pay attention, though. But he keeps on upgrading. He's level 9 now. He's actually surpassed us. He started as a wee babe at level 1. Level 10. He's advancing. He's too powerful. Nah, we're still taking care of it. No problem.
Is this really a machine? Damn it, not another one.
We gotta get out of here! Come on! Through that hole!
It's a race to the exit now. Unit data has been updated. We need to get it out before this whole pit collapses. It'll be no problem. Don't worry. It's not something... I think you can actually fail. I almost thought I failed. I was like, uh-oh. I don't think you can actually fail that. I don't know if you ever get crushed or if you take too long. I'll be honest with you. I've never actually failed that, so I couldn't give you accurate information.
It stopped. Looks like we're safe now.
What the hell just happened?
I know. I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command.
Alright, so there's a few ways that we can go over here. I'm not quite sure which way is the best
Let's move to an
way.
area with better reception so we can contact command.
But essentially what happens is there's a little cave over there and items over there that I want to go get. But I just want to go see where this is going to drop us off, because there might be like a chest or something up here. Oh no, there's a shortcut. Unlocked a shortcut. And there's some enemies over here. Alright, perfect. Actually, I wanted to... that actually makes things a lot easier, so I don't have to walk back and forth like an idiot. Alright, so we'll take care of these dudes real fast. Camera angle's making it real hard to see, though. Finisher. Beautiful. Love to see it. Okay, so now I can go back and check. Hold on, actually, was there an item that dropped? There was. I thought I saw the glow for a second. Titanium alloy. Now I can go back over here, and this will lead us more back to the deserty area that we had, so we're going to have to take a bit of a hike, but I think it's worth it, because I don't know if these are items that you can't get otherwise, or if they're just like regular ones. We're going to have to check. And this one's probably a regular item, but if we go a little bit further, well, that's some money. Thank you. And then come through here. We will hit a chest that will eventually come back for it. And there's 2 items up over on these rocks. Let's see. Silver ore. Okay, that's maybe not that great.
Okay, this is good. We should be able to reach command here. 9S to bunker. Do you copy?
I read you, 9S. Go ahead.
Operator, we just encountered a pair of humanoid machines. We weren't able to capture them, but I have combat data ready for upload.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
Man, that was real strange. Two android machine bodies being formed out of a cocoon of those little beam robots, evolving rapidly, birthing another one in a way. So many questions. So many questions. And the answers are just as fun to figure out, at least in my opinion. Like, to me, as much as I love my Western games, I have a soft spot in my heart for the just wild and bonkers, absolutely insane plot lines that Japanese developers come up with. It's just like, how do they do it? Where do they come up with this kind of stuff? Because I need whatever they're taking to get there, you know? Give me some of your brain juice. Because like how we say in the beginning, she's like, and we shall kill God. You know, it's just like, that's what we do. On Wednesdays, we kill gods. You know, that's just an anime protagonist's life. You know, go to school, chill for a little bit, you know, fall in love maybe, and then before you know it, you're killing God. It's always insane. But that's why, like, I enjoy the difference and the contrast between the two, because I can play the Western games for the more grounded, more quote-unquote realistic things, you know, the realistic stories. But then I can also rely on the crazy JRPGs and RPGs coming from Japan to give us some really, truly fascinating storytelling devices and plots. Usually also, I'll extend that to saying some of the most interesting anime Japanese characters in existence as well. Come on, 2B, one of my favorite characters ever. Alright, so we're just sprinting through. I killed all the dudes in here earlier, so we're pretty much home free to just continue going through. And then we need to return back and report our mission status to an enemy. Alright, let's do a quick save because we haven't been able to do that in quite a while. Oh hey, it's Jackass over there. She's made a little friend. That shop dude isn't that important.
I think we've earned a breather. Say 2B? I was hoping we could talk about our next move. I'm worried about the damage we took in that last battle with the machines. Maybe we should return to the resistance camp to resupply and conduct maintenance?
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's return to the resistance camp.
All right, let's go back.
You got it. I think we've earned a breather. Say 2B? I was hoping we could talk about our next move. I'm worried about the damage we took in that last battle with the machines. Maybe we should return to the resistance camp to resupply and conduct maintenance?
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's return to the resistance camp.
All right, let's go back.
You got it.
Alright, so it's not going to teleport us there or do a fade out or anything like that, unfortunately. I wish I didn't have to run this whole thing, but we do. We do. Enemies are getting upgraded over here. They have shields now. I think they will also be a higher level. Let's just go double check. I actually might have taken it off with my balanced... oh, nope, never mind. It's level 7. It just took a little while for it to appear. I think that's about what they were before. Eventually, the enemies will be upgraded, and they'll be more powerful throughout the world. Eventually. I think there's a specific point. I don't think I'm quite there yet. Alright, I'm probably just going to side skirt these two. They're going to try to give chase. I'm not going to give them pleasure. We've got important things to report back to command. Our mission is more important. Oops, also running into bushes. Probably shouldn't do that. Oof. The LOD on those buildings is not popping in. Oof. There it is, that fade in. Them texture fade ins. That's looking a little rough. I wonder if that kind of stuff is just because I'm playing on the Xbox version, or if it's the Become as Gods. Is that the name of the enhanced edition of NieR? Whatever it's called, I forget honestly. Or if it's because I'm playing on the Xbox One and not something like the Series X or PlayStation 5. Because it could very well be that PlayStation 4's version, Become as Gods, did the same thing. And even my original copy of NieR, which I have on my base PS4. Anyways, subquests. You can accept subquests from clients marked with a little red circle all over the world. Subquest destinations are indicated as a triangle on the minimap. In any case, we don't have subquests just yet, but we will get plenty of them eventually. I will have to pick and choose which ones I want to do, because a lot of them, like I had said before, are very just much fetch quests. Go here and talk to a person there, and they really have no bearing. Some of them are actually really cool, though. The really cool ones we will be doing. Since we're here, I'm just going to see how much money I have now. We'll turn in just a second. With a 20k, I'm going to actually get the plus 16 storage. I think that's just a little bit better bang for my buck. Getting up to the 20 and 30k is going to be... Actually, I probably should have saved for the 30k, to be honest, but I think we're doing all right. Okay, in any case, that means we can go over to our skills, and we can go into our plugin chips, and we can continue upgrading and see how quickly it gets filled up. So we need to keep on getting more and more chips. Oops. That's automatic. Baseline. Change chip layout. And we're good. So yeah, we need to keep on getting more and more space, otherwise we're going to run out fairly quickly. Ah, it's you. I heard from Jackass about your encounter in the desert. Good work. We don't have much to offer in thanks, but I've readied a room for you here. Oh? Nice. It's the least we can do. Feel free to use it however you like. Hey, thanks. Alright, so we have a room now, and we can actually access this extra area. There's really nothing that you need over here right now. Eventually there will be some side quests and whatnot, but nothing here yet. Again, they did mention any of the sub-quests or side quests in the game will be marked with that little, is there a use? I thought there was a use thing. We'll marked with a little marker, so we'll be alright. So we're just gonna go in here for a second. Ah, this is pretty big. You sure it's okay for us to get a room like this? We have permission, remember? Plus, we'll probably be stationed here for a while, so a bed won't go amiss. And I guess there's no point turning it down. Yeah, that avoid 9S. You know, just accept it. When people offer you something of charity, don't turn it down. Okay, so we got all those things. I'm also going to take a break, save that, and see where the game wants to take us next. Do you want to save? Yes. Do you want to continue the game? This cannot continue. Yes, actually, I do want to continue. Is 9S just watching over me the whole time, sleeping like a perv? Rude. Rude. Okay. Well, what next, game? Give me something. Are there subquests that we can do already? Now you'll see there's a bunch of these already over here. A lot of these you cannot get to just yet. Some of them are just the fast travel destinations, so we don't need to worry about it too much. I guess we'll try to leave for now and see if the game will update with some new quest information.